Hello everyone, it's Daniel here and welcome to the Money in the Bank review. Now the Money in the Bank was really good. I really enjoyed it this year and well, I can't wait to review it. So without further ado, let's get on to the first match. And the first match was, of course, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And let me tell you, I loved every single moment of this match. We had Roxanne Perez teaming up with, I think, teaming up with Julia at one point. We had, you know, we had that moment where it was like they were taking out, everyone was taking on everybody. But I can honestly say this match was awesome. But of course, in the end, it was Naomi that came out victorious. A bit of a hit and a miss with that. Yeah, I will admit it's a great choice, but there was no struggle. Like there was no one trying to stop her. She just climbed the ladder, grabbed the briefcase, and went, "Yay, I've won!" So the match itself was all amazing, some very good spots, but I think it could have been slightly better. A few bits and pieces there didn't really go to plan, but what can you expect? It's a ladder match. Furniture is not always going to agree with you, and we're not always going to be, there for you to cooperate with you. But anyway, we'll move on to the next one. And the next match was an impromptu match that I didn't know nothing about because I did not pay attention to Worlds Collide. Apparently, Octagon Jr. Was in a match where he gave Rey Mysterio a present in that match, and you know what? I didn't see it. And Dominic got involved, and he said, "I'll put the title on the line at Money in the Bank." This match was very good, and the crowd is slowly turning, from booing Dominic to cheering him. He's still trying to be that heel, covering up his ears and stuff, but I think once they really start to get to like Dominic, he's gonna be one of the biggest baby faces on the roster. I genuinely think so. But this match wasn't great. Dominic Mysterio did retain the title, but it was all fair and square too. There was a little bit of interference from Liv Morgan, but nothing exactly too bad. Typical Dominic and Liv. To retain, hitting the frog splash on the back of Eric Octagon Jr. So yeah, surprised me, but not so. But Raw, the match, pretty lackluster. Could have been on Raw. And speaking of Intercontinental Championships, the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria took on Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship. And this is another, again, to me, it was pretty mediocre, and it could have been, again, a match that could have taken place on Raw. It was very unnecessary. There was hardly that much, action or storytelling per se. The only thing that I thought was, again, I think the camera angle should have caught it. I think there was a lot of, when it came to that, they picked the wrong camera to view because Becky Lynch, of course, eventually winning the championship and is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion by having a roll up. She got her. I went, oh, she got her. That was my reaction. But then Michael Cole was trying to say, no, she cheated. She grabbed the tight. So they wanted to get a replay so that we could see for ourselves that she pulled the tights. Did she? It didn't really look like it, but apparently so. And of course, the agreement was that Becky said to Lyra that she's got to hold up her hands and celebrate the victory and say, hey, look, you're the new, champion. And she did. She told him to put the towel around her waist, and she did. But then Lyra hit her with her German suplex, and she also hit her with the Nightwing. What will happen with this referee, we'll have to wait and see on Monday Night Raw. You know? But yeah, as I will go on to the next match. And this is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And let me tell you something, LA Knight just doesn't really have the best luck when it comes to these Money in the Bank ladder matches. Now, I think that Andrade, he should have gotten taken out very, very earlier on because Grande Americano, I think it was him that he dropped a ladder right in the balls, and this is absolutely by accident, right in the balls. I don't think Andrade is having any children anytime soon. My God, that looked painful. But yeah, this was a great match. I will admit, this is one of the matches of the night. No pun intended. You had Solo Sikoa that came very close because here's the thing. You had Seth Rollins' goons, Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed come out trying to help Seth Rollins win. But then JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu helped out by stopping him from winning. And of course, all what was going on, Jacob Fatu made it look like that he wanted to help Solo Sikoa win the match, but then he says the words, "I hate you, Solo!" Brings him down, he super kicks him, he does a freaking Samoan drop and a moonsault, and puts him through a goddamn ladder. And then it's at the end where Seth Rollins takes advantage. He gets taken out by LA Knight, but LA Knight tries to climb, but gets curb stomped by Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins then climbs again, and he's the Mr. Money in the Bank for the second time. Who will he cash it in against? Jey Uso or John Cena? We'll have to find out, because then again it could be Gunther, because on Monday Night Raw it will be Jey Uso versus Gunther. I can't wait to see what happens there. But we'll get on to the main event. And speaking of Jey Uso, the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso teams up with Cody Rhodes to take on the WWE Champion John Cena and his tag team partner Logan Paul. This was without a doubt one of the best tag team matches of all time in the modern day era, because there was storytelling to be told. Of course, we know that Jey Uso is going to be facing Gunther on Monday Night Raw at the time of the recording that I'm doing this review. It is actually Monday, because I just finished watching the Money in the Bank and I'm tired, but I will say, what an ending, because Logan Paul takes out Jey Uso by doing a moonsault onto him on the outside, and Cody Rhodes is in the middle of the ring. There's no referee. John Cena then, goes and takes out Cody Rhodes with the championship belt. Then, just as John Cena is about to finish off Cody Rhodes for good, here comes this masked assassin. He's in street gear. You can't see. He's got long sleeves. You can not see who it is. There might be some kind of guess because his jacket did reveal the back of him, and it turns out some random black guy attacking John Cena. So it's a black superstar. We just don't know who's attacking John Cena. Now, let me just go back a little bit, because if you've been living under a rock, let me just tell you, R-Truth said on social media that he has been released. But nah. He got us all! He fought us all! Because the person that took John Cena and took him out with the championship was R-Truth. We got got. We got got by R-Truth. Now this is going to be interesting to see what happens on Monday Night Raw, especially when it comes to R-Truth. He's back. He's back for good. I don't know if it was a ruse. I don't know if it was real. But damn it, the way that they played it definitely seems like it was all a work. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say If this R-Truth announcing that he was been fired, that was just for us to believe. Because, like, here's the thing: a majority, if you think about it, right? A majority of the time, wrestlers don't actually announce on Facebook on the way they get released, right? If they do get released, they put something in the words of, guys, it's they give hints towards it. Like they might say something, it's been so grateful that I spent all this time with WWE. Uh, See you down the road, something like that. But the fact that R-Truth used the word released, I knew something was suspicious when he said that on social media. So, yeah, there's your answer. We haven't seen the end of R-Truth versus John Cena after what happened at Saturday night's main event. We will see John Cena versus R-Truth down the line. Well, with the fact that the King and Queen of the Ring tournament is happening at Night of Champions, we will have to see what happens there. But that is it for me on Money in the Bank review. Like I said, that surprise where R-Truth helps, Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes win when Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads arm to Cena afterwards and pins him. That is poetic justice, but that is it for me for Money in the Bank review. Like I said, Night of Champions is up next. I will be watching Raw tomorrow and Tuesday after I get home from work, and I will see what happens there. Until then, goodbye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this one, then feel free to watch the previous one. And if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the playlist that's on the screen now. Also, feel free to like, share, and subscribe.